Hey, hey, hey. All right, here we go. How's it going, everybody? What is going down? We are back at the shop. It is a lovely day in Western Colorado. It's actually been really nice. It's been quite a bit less hot than normal. Good to see you guys all here. Who's the Islander? Sorry you had to boogie. Jeremy Mullen, what's happening? Yeah, it's great to be here with you all. And if you guys are watching this live, please chime in, say hello. Tell me where you're from if I don't know. Or even if I do know, say where you're from. It's pretty cool because if you guys are watching this later, if you don't have it set up, you can set to be able to watch the live chat. So, Bruce Kennedy, what's happening? No, Jeremy, that is not the new KTM. Sadly, that is the old KTM getting ready for sale. So, that is 125. Just put a piston in it, put a new RK Tech insert in it because I'm bringing it back down to where it just needs pump gas, even down to like 4,000 feet. So it's good. Roger, what's happening? Hey, there's my dad coming in from Oklahoma City. My mom is in Charlotte, North Carolina, something like that. Chris Cooley, David Kessler in PA. Let's see. Mike Webster, what's going down? So yeah, that's the 125, guys. It is for sale officially right now. I had to order a new rear fender. I'm just putting the old plastics back on, but I didn't have the rear. I guess I probably sold that to someone over there anyway. Yeah. So anyway, if anybody's interested, there she is. It's awesome. She's in Baltimore. There we go. Sorry, she called from Charlotte, North Carolina, from the airport. Anyway, whatever. Beverly Boys, what's happening? How is Alberta? Vegas, Mojave, Mike, what's happening? Lovely Alberta. Yeah, I love Canada a lot. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I don't know that I could live there with all the craziness you guys got going on up there. I'm kind of a freewheeling dude. Boise, Idaho. What's happening, Kevin? I also love Boise, Idaho. I've spent a little bit of time there. Chris Cooley, what's out? House rehab is going well. It's slowly but surely. We've got it's going to be a process. It'll probably, my guess is before we're really like done, it'll be a year. Just lots going on. Oh, dude. So TJ Cowan, I heard all about the hero conditions. I know. I was so sad. We had such a horrible team race, and so like I was so worried about my kid on the 100 racing in the C race, and I was like, I got nope anyway. So we made the wrong decision, left. Although it ended up being the right decision because we ended up fly fishing for 2 days in a row, and we had a blast. So it was super fun. Dude, Mike Barnato, I totally should have not done I wasn't going to do the team race except for, so what these guys are talking, let's back up, is the race in Monticello. I love my kids so much, Ewan. I didn't want to do the team race at all. I didn't want nothing. I was just going to do practice, and I didn't want to do the team race at all. And then he's like, come on, Dad, come on, Dad, come on, Dad, come on. I'm like, all right, so we decided we're going to do it. Go do practice. It starts raining at the end of practice. And anyway, it ends up just pouring rain. And I'm like, all right, we're not doing this. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not going out in this mud. And my Ewan's like, come on, Dad. I'm like, ugh. So I didn't want to let the kid down. I ended up letting the kid down anyway because he couldn't even make a lap because it was so muddy and front tire balled up. It was horrible. And so I just like completely ruined my motorcycle. And I mean, it just was hammered, my 300, not this bike. And so we went back. I'm like, all right, well, whatever, it'll be good. And I ended up talking myself out of it because the weather forecast was supposed to be rain from midnight that night till noon the next day. And I was like, if it does that, we're done. Like, anyway, so I made the call to leave that night to get the heck out of there. turns out it didn't rain anymore. The wind blew, it dried up, it turned into like perfect conditions. So anyway, it sucked. I blew it. I made it. But like I said, we ended up getting to go fly fishing on the Mesa that day, that Sunday for Father's Day. And then Monday we rode from here, well, from my new house up over, fished the Black Canyon and had a banner day. So it ended up working out. Wasn't exactly like I wanted, but whatever. It is what it is. So, let's see. So Brody, why do you have so many YouTube accounts? Stop that. That's weird. Bow hunter that, and you got another one anyway. Best class? What do you mean best class? For you, I would actually start Brody with one of the mini classes on Saturday. I don't know which one, but probably and ride the little like the 85. CC, right on. It's good. KLX 650 dual sport chassis with a Ninja versus Dave Kessler. That's a great KLX 650. Those. So my only thing, Dave Kessler, on a dream adventure bike using the KLX, is it KLX 650 dual sport chassis, or do you mean KLR 650? Because KLX 650, the problem with that is those are really hard to get parts for, even the chassis, I think. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you're talking about, because let's see what I say. Yeah, because the KLX 650, I remember. This was years and years ago. I mean, years ago, like 2005 or 6, 4, 5, 6, something like that. One shroud for a KLX 650 was $85. I can't imagine what it is now. Let's see. Would certain years the same model bike more or less compression? I have a 300 as my dad. Mine is newer with newer piston, but his has a heavier engine and is harder to kick over. Bumble, yeah, I mean, it could be one's more worn out. I'm not 100% sure. Dennis Hogard, what's happening, man? Yeah, all kinds of things can like contribute to that being different. So not sure. Let's see. Morning, Mike Barnell, Garrett Anderson, what's happening? Michael Webster, longevity engine life on the TW200 versus XR650. Sorry, Mike, that's a weird comparison. Longevity engine life. So if you were to ride a TW200 at the same speed that you could ride an XR650L, then it would not last anywhere near as long, just because it's like it'd be wrapped out singing the entire time. If you rode a TW200 and putted around on it like it was intended, then and the 650L like it was intended, maybe probably equal. Like Jeremy Mullen says, the 650 wins, but like I said, if you just cruise around on the TW like just putting, then it'll last forever. But if you try to ride the TW like you could a 650, then the 650 is going to last way long. Right on, Brody. We'll see you hopefully today. That'd be awesome. So Bruce Kennedy, I rode a 21 150 XCW TPI last weekend. Was disappointed. Do all the TPI bog when you twist it? Yes. Bruce Kennedy, that is the problem with TPIs, in my opinion, is that they all kind of bull. It sucks. Roger Hurd, I hope you get your TWs. I'm so excited. Those are such awesome bikes. And yeah, Mike Webster, TWs are amazing little motorcycles, but if you try to like go down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour, it's not going to be good. Mark Parker, suspension question. New bike setup is really harsh and small, breaking bumps, but feels decent elsewhere. Thoughts on what to tweak? Mark, you need to figure out, first of all, what bike is it? We'll start there. Because some bikes are just set up super, super harsh, like super stiff and not good for that. But we need to figure out what's going on, why it's harsh, right? So if it's harsh because, yeah, you need to figure out if it's packing. Like a lot of times those sharp braking bumps what will happen is you hit the first one, and the wheel comes up, and then it because the rebound is too slow, it can't come back out to grab the next one. KLX 300R 2020. Oh, I those don't have the world's greatest suspension. I don't know how much tuning can you do on that. Do you have clickers top and bottom on that? I think some of those less expensive bikes don't even have clickers on some of them. The Garrett Anderson, that's a good point. He says it's likely too soft. You're riding in the mid stroke. That is probably the case, and there might not be much you can do. So you only have bottom. So I think that is only rebound. I don't know because on that fork, it's not a twin chamber, so it's probably I don't know. Yeah, I think that is. I think that's only rebound, so maybe back it out to see if it'll help. But I don't know. There's probably not a lot you can do, Mark. Unfortunately. When will shoulder reattach, doctor? I don't know. Mike Parnado, you're gonna have to just I don't know. You have to rest, which is hard to do, especially for you. If I can comment, learn from my tuner in harsh small bumps was too much spring preload, like 9mm too much. Bruce, that very well could be the case. I mean, it definitely was on the beta. The problem, what we're dealing with here is that it's a KLX 300, which is kind of it's like an old TTR 250. It's super untunable fork. My guess is there's not a lot you can do. And Mark, how much do you weigh? My guess is there's unfortunately I would try clicking in and out on the bottom. Go 2 or 3 clicks at a time to see if it gets better, but there's not, unfortunately, just not a ton you can do on those bikes. What do I prefer, 2 or 4 stroke? 2 stroke for trail riding, like single track and things like that, and 4 stroke for dual sport stuff. Mark, so if you're 200 plus pounds, then you are most likely, like what Garrett was saying, riding too far down in the mid stroke, which means that you're going to need new springs to get that thing up in the stroke like you want it to then handle it. And that would probably help a lot. Get the right springs on it. It's probably not going to fix it. Again, that's a pretty old school, not super tunable suspension, but you could probably get that. Will make it a lot better. You might be able to fix it a little bit with some just a little bit heavier fork oil, like 7.5 weight or something like that might help too. Bow Hunter. So you're gonna ride the 140. That's okay. Brody in Monta Vista is not until September. Hopefully we can get that figured out by then. But the 140 will be fine too. But I would race one of the kids classes on Saturday first, and then if you have a great time, you do really well, you can always enter for Sunday too and enter the C class. Mike Barnato, I did not watch the Iron Giant, but I did hear about the ridiculousness with Graham Jarvis. His bike wouldn't start, which I'd love to know what happened. If it was a kickstart, if a kickstart could have solved that problem, that would be hilarious and prove my point. But also, I heard he couldn't get his bike started. He was an hour down, and he ended up getting up to 10th, which is crazy. But then they DQ'd him because of outside help. I'm like, dude, his fuel coupler wasn't fully seated. It took an hour to figure that out. Oh my gosh, his mechanics. That sucks. Man, oh my God, does that suck? But anyway, it's incredible that he didn't. Who won? I didn't even see who won. Brody tonight. The 140 will be fine tonight. That's no problem. But let's see. Hello, Dirt. What's up, Jared? Oh yeah. So you come to the demo day. Demo day is this Sunday. It's gonna be cool. I'm not sadly gonna make it. Manny won. Wait. Bruce Kennedy says Manny won. Garrett says Letty won. That's the same person. Which one do you call him? There you go. There's a question for everybody. Do you call Manuel Lettenberger Lettenbichler, Manny or Letty? Which one do you think? um, I'm right. Jeremy Millen just put a new clutch and brake lever on the KTM. Took them. I look at them the wrong way, and the tips break off. Jeremy, that's why I run Bulletproof Designs levers on my KTM. They're awesome. They're super super strong, and they bendy outwards so they don't break. Bruce, obviously Bruce Kennedy, you call him Manny. But when you talk to him in person, what do you call him? First father and son win. Yes, Barnott. That's awesome. Did they actually did let's see. He has no time for Bruce Kennedy. Right on. Did both Lettenbichlers race? Like, because if that's like I said, haven't seen it. I just saw the reports at the end. But that would be sick if the older Lettenbichler and younger Lettenbichler went 1-2. Rick Casto, what's happening, man? Not much, man. What are you up to? Hey, guys, real quick. I just was looking at my little statistics here. We have a lot more people watching than have liked it. So if you haven't liked the video and you're watching live and you're having fun, you don't have to like it if you don't like it. But if you're watching and you're having fun, back out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and come on back into the chat. It does really make a difference for us for the YouTube analytics. See, what's up, Crash Hard Enduro? Oh, that's not. Both won the race now. Yeah, right on. Barnado. But hey, by the way, what does everybody think? How do people think Mr. Graham Jarvis is going to do for the rest of the season? Obviously, he got kind of screwed on this situation. But what do you guys think? Jeremy Mullen, you always hit the thumbs down. Someone does, not on this, but yeah, whatever. Right on, Rick Casto, heading to Prescott. Rick, have you ever met Roger Hurd? If you haven't, you should hunt him down out there. He's been riding more recently, and you should definitely say hi. He's awesome. I watched Lyndon Posca do the prologue. That's about all I could do. Right on. That's awesome. My buddy Steve Dynas actually broke his ankle in the prologue of Romaniacs, not Erzberg. Years ago, he and another guy from here went to Romaniacs, and it sucked because the guy's a national trials champ. I mean, he's an amazing rider, and he just made a little mistake in the prologue and pinched his foot. There's ankle between the bike and a log, and broke it. It sucked. Beverly Boys, I tried TH. Yeah, okay, you're fixing that. That's good. What else, guys? What other questions you have? I don't think I missed any other ones. Yeah, the lessons learned from the race: just always stay until the race, and don't go home early. I know better than that, and I feel stupid, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, it sucked. I was bummed out. TJ. It's all right. We'll be there for Monte Vista. Maybe we'll have a new bike by then, which would be sweet. I kind of doubt it, but I'm super hopeful. Jeremy Mellon, what's going on in the shop today? That's a good question. Well, first of all, I'm putting the 125 the rest of the way back together to get it ready for sale. I just have a rear fender showing up today, and then it's done. Like I said, fresh new motor. If anybody's interested, love to get that thing sold to help pay for the new 300. Wish I could keep it, honestly. I really wish I could just keep both. I just can't. What happened to my handguard, Brody? That was from the mud. I tipped over 1,000 times in the mud, and I broke the little plastic thing. I got a new one. I got to put it back on. Rick Casto, how's the project bike coming? It's not coming at all, except for that I am currently looking for a motor, and I actually I've got the phone number of a guy who might have a Banshee motor that's blown up that I could get and fix, and it would be super cool. The only downside is it's super fancied up. It's a 430 trenched cases. Anyway, whatever, which is awesome. I mean, I would love to love to have a ton of horsepower out of it, but it makes it more expensive to build and all that stuff. But anyway, so The build's not coming yet, but definitely looking for a Banshee /RZ/RD motor. So if anybody out there has any lines on it, that would be awesome. I'd love to find a blown up motor so I don't have to pay full boat and I could fix it. But yeah, anything. Let's see. Bruce Kennedy. Well, I'm selling with that Sherbus tank because it doesn't fit anything else I own. So whatever, I'm gonna let it go. And it's actually going with the stock tank too. But that big tank doesn't fit the new bike, and my 300 already has a big tank, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. Crash Hard, yes, I'm getting a new TBI. I'm very excited about it. Beverly Boys, I tried the Midwest clutch lever. It's supposed to be easy pull. My factory lever is easier to pull. Oh, Beverly Boys, Jarrett, I'm so sorry you got sucked into that. Okay, here, we'll start to fire people up. I do not like the Midwest Mountain Engineering clutch and brake levers at all. The new ones are better. They've changed the shape of them and made them a little bit better. I don't like those levers. The brake, I guess, isn't too bad. It seems to work, but the clutch sucks. It sucks because if you adjust it to where I like to have my levers adjusted, then they slip. And if you adjust it anyway, whatever. I'm not a fan of that clutch. And then I don't feel like it's super easier. Roger Hurd. Oh yeah. So Roger, everybody knows I got the rolling chassis. So here. Well, I don't know about everybody knows, but I made it's at the end of the schlag. There it is. Boom. Like, oh, there. Right there. From Mr. Roger Hurd. It's an 02 YZ125. So I have a chassis and I'm ready to find the engine for it. But yeah, I'm excited. Ooh, what's going on there? Okay. Let's see. So yeah, Beverly Boys, sorry you went down that road. There's an expensive lever. The only thing I like about that lever is that they're billet, so they're pretty strong, and they're short, so if you tip over, it's probably not going to get messed up. But bulletproof designs on a KTM or Husky or gas all day. Bruce Kennedy, I use the one on the beta like a lot. Some people do. I just I hate it. Like I said, I've seen so many people actually smoke clutches because they adjust it to where they like it, and then slips. Brody, I want to get a new tank for the KX. What brand should I get? It's probably going to have to get IMS for that KX. And actually, Ewan's, it's at my house. Ewan's bike's at my house, but Ewan has one. It adds some gas. It's like half. Might add a whole gallon. I don't think it adds a whole gallon, maybe half to 3/4, but it's pretty good. Roger Hurd, you're all out of 125s. That's no good. Yes, and Mike Barnato, I will be on time to work today. I don't have the sheet. So you asked what's going on, Jeremy. I don't have the sheets today. The sheets have headed to Asheville, North Carolina, right? Anyway, North Carolina for a wedding. They got a vacation. I'm so excited for them. They're off. They're flying out today, and they're gone all weekend. I'm really excited that they get a little break and get out of here. So for me, I will be running crazy because of that. That's what happens when they're not here. I'm going to be answering the phone and back here and running. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, Garrett, I know I'm crazy. Matt Simpson, I can't tell you how many times I've said "holy sheets," and it's awesome. It's the best. Yeah, I love it. What else, guys? What else you want to talk about? Yeah, there you go, Brody. Come on out. You jump in, and you can come out, answer the phones, all that stuff. Actually, I need someone. Brody, sadly, it's not going to work. I need an adult to come watch the shop for about an hour tomorrow. So if anybody wants to help, that would be awesome. I have to go close on my loan for the whatever. It's the final closing. The 3 closings involved in this move. One on the new house, one on the old house, and then one on the final loan because we got a bridge loan, and that's anyway, whatever. It's nuts. Jeremy Mullen, how many bikes usually go through the shop in a month? That is a great question. It really depends on what we're doing and what you consider a bike going through the shop. So if we have lots of tire changes and like fork seals and services, it's a crap load, like a lot. Yeah. I mean, we could do 5 or 6 a day if it's easy stuff. If it's motors and lots of that stuff, it's a lot less. I don't have a good number for that, but yeah. Uh, Beverly Boys took it off. I recommend Bulletproof Designs levers. They're awesome because you can still adjust the distance they are from the bar, which is nice. You can bring them in tight, bring them whatever, and then they're way tougher. So, uh, Jared, I need someone here just to answer the phones and be a body from probably like 10:30 to 11:30 or noon. Matt Simpson, depends on what you want to tell the man. Absolutely. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the number of bikes through and tell the tax people. So, yeah, Bruce Kennedy, we did get the home switch. We still got dinged a little bit on the interest rates. Not quite as good as it was on the old house, but it's still not horrible. Brody, Mike P, what's happening, dude? Good to see you. I can't wait to see you at South Fork for the Shady Burrow. It's gonna be awesome. Bow hunter, probably like 16. Crash hard. We should do a ride somewhere in the middle of Colorado, like Horseshoe. You're talking about Horseshoe over in Sargents? Yeah, we could definitely do that. I love that trail in that area a lot. I lived in Gunnison for 9 years. Imagine a state that supports dirt bikes enough to have a busy shop. Suck it, New York. I'm sorry, Keith. Oh, Matt Simpson liked arc levers. So yeah, that's another good one. Beverly Boys arc levers are okay. They're good. I personally like the Bulletproof Designs a lot better. That and Robert Boucher, Teddy Roosevelt. What's happening, man? It's good to see you. Bruce Kennedy, do I think one of the boys will take over the shop one day? I doubt it. Honestly, they obviously love dirt bikes and love riding. Neither of them really show a desire to want to. I mean, they work here when I tell them to come work here and pay off their parts and things like that and help me out, but they're not just dying to work here. I think both of them might end up in the military for a little bit out of high school because I think they want to serve their country. They're actually very patriotic kids. And then also they know that will build up money and be able to pay for college if they want to go to college. I kind of doubt Ewan will go to college. He hates, what does he call them? Indoctrination. Anyway, he's hilarious. He's so funny. So I don't think he'll go to college. He will probably be an entrepreneur of his own and in his own way. So yeah, he's awesome. My guess is that kid will end up living in the woods, killing stuff and eating it for a long time. He doesn't want to do anything. Mike Barnado, how long a hike to the river? It's only 3/4 of a mile down to the river from the thing, but it is like the hike down is fast. It's straight down right to the river. The hike out is obviously a lot longer. Let's see. We need to have a vet meeting about that. There we go. Yeah, we do need to, Garrett, for sure. So the kids make many changes from now until moving back home at 30. So yeah, Bruce Kennedy. My kids, they're not moving back home at 30 because I'm not going to let them. So the way my father handled that, that's a great question. We'll talk about other things, not dirt bikes for a second. So about raising children. So when my brother graduated from high school, he went to college, graduated, got 2 degrees, worthless degrees from college. And he admits that and whatever, because now he's a nurse and does really well. And he's a nurse anesthetist and all. Anyway, awesome guy. But anyway, he moved away. Went to college, all that stuff, moved away from college, blew all the money that he had on a stupid scheme, in long story, and came back home. And he was out of money, right? And my dad, not a heartless man, okay, you can move in. And he's like, here's the deal. You get 3 months free here at the house. We'll feed you, whatever. After that, you're paying for your own food and you're paying for rent, whatever the comparable rent for this style of house, which is a very nice house, is. And guess what? He was out in 2 months on his own in his own apartment, figuring his life out, whatever. So, yeah, that will be my approach. Kids are not moving back in with me. I love them to death, but it ain't happening because it might. So my 13-year-old Ewan has already said that he doesn't want to be a failure to launch. Oh man, everybody here should meet that kid. Thomas is an amazing kid too. He's amazing in a very different way, but it's hilarious. The and hello Dirt. Yeah, I encourage everyone to get educated. I also want them to be educated. And they will be. Like both boys want to learn how to weld. Ewan wants to learn how to trap and like skin and process animals and all that good stuff. In fact, he's going to do that very soon. We have 2 pigs that we're raising, and one's going to get shown at fair and sold, and the other one's going to get butchered. And we're taking it down to the butcher here, and he's going to walk my young kid through it, show him how to kill the thing, butcher it, hang it, the whole thing. So anyway, it's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyway, we got away from dirt bikes there for a little bit, but that's my life. I'm kind of old school if you guys haven't figured that out. So yeah, what else, guys? I got another time for another question or 2 here because I'm at the shop and I don't have to hurry to get to the shop, which is awesome. And Garrett, yeah, living with mom and dad as an adult sounds. I mean, I love my parents to death. There's no way I would move in with them. I'm too much of an independent human to do that. So, what else is going on? Jeremy Mellon, yes, we do need to work on some bikes. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm doing that. I got a pile of Leandra made me a long list. She's awesome. Of all the things I have to do while they're gone. How high are things open up on that side of the state? Pretty clear. Mike Parker, yeah, things are pretty much, pretty much wide open as far as snow goes. I don't know about all the trees. I know they got the Nate and Lou Creek. Max Taylor, I don't think Max watches this show, but Max, thank you so much for doing all that. They kicked butt. Mike Barnado, Shady Burrow, I cannot wait. I'm going to redeem myself for weaning out in Monticello. TJ Cowan, do you ever race that? I don't know if you're still here. You're probably not. You're probably back at work or whatever. But Hello Dirt, no updates on the arrival of the TBI. My guess is it's still September. But Mike Parker, the plateau is completely clear of trees and snow, although I am putting the chainsaw back on the bike for tonight's ride. Quick, tonight's ride, we're meeting at States Draw at 5:45. Going to go for a ride. It's going to be fun. Matt Simpson, can't wait to see you at the Burrow. Unfortunately, yeah, I know, Garrett, not till September. Got a trials bike. Do I have to wear tights? If so, it's for Keith McQueen. It's for sale. You got to wear tights and one of those silly little helmets. Although silly little helmets are actually kind of nice, for real, like for seeing around and since you're not going fast. But yes, Keith, you have to wear tights, and more importantly, you Jimmy Neihart has to wear tights while he watches you ride it. All right, guys, it's 8:01. I love you guys so much. I got a boogie. Yeah, I love you, love you, love you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you get out and spread the gospel with 2 wheels. And I desperately hope, down to the core of my soul, that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes.